Hey friends, welcome to another episode of the Sandy Park Club podcast.
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
We are now in the middle of November bringing you another episode. A lot of information for you guys. But regardless, again, Sandy Park Club is our podcast that offers you the latest golf news, Sandy Park Club merchandise, local club tournament information, and showcases various guests and products of the golf industry. Also, don't forget our last episode. We still have the current Western Gales head cover that we're going to be giving away in episode 10 of this podcast.
One head cover.
Yep. So that's still coming up. Also, check out our latest Sandy Park Club stickers and shaft bands. We'll be showcasing those in the later segment of the podcast as well.
Get that new stickers.
Yes, sir. And we have the 3 stickers available. Again, I'll have those pictures up onto this video with the 2 shaft bands available on sandyparkclub.com. Also, don't forget to check out our hat offerings. We still have hats available on sandyparkclub.com. The 5-panel hat that I'm currently wearing, a trucker hat, and we also have a golf polo that's out. So definitely check those out.
Check them out, sandyparkclub.com, baby.
Right. So Eloy's back on the channel.
I'm back.
He recently just came off a trip and unfortunately didn't get to play any golf.
I didn't get to play any golf in Hawaii, but I drove by a few golf courses out there, and man, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm hoping one day, Sandy Park can go out there and we can play some golf.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. I drove by I want to say at least maybe 6 golf clubs I drove by, and all of them primo condition. I mean, that tropical weather.
Sure.
It's year-round sun.
Right.
Some downfall with rain, but it's
still looking good.
It's looking good. It was always like, even the little executive course they had in the middle of the city.
Right.
Look, oh man, I drove by that one like almost every day, and I was like, I want to play.
Right.
I want to play.
So if anybody's watching from Hawaii, or if you played Hawaii golf, let us know in the comments what your favorite golf course in Hawaii is.
I did go to what island was I on? I was in Waikiki. I stayed in Waikiki.
Sure.
So the tourist island where everybody likes to go.
Right.
So if you're from there, or any island really, and you play golf, let us know.
Right.
Let us know what's your favorite course, and if you can get us out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm really trying to go out there and play.
Right. I know. I've traveled pretty much a lot part of the world, but Hawaii is one stop I haven't made my way to yet. So, and I've been trying to. So, hopefully in the near future we can get out there. But if you're from Hawaii or you've played Hawaii golf, let us know in the comments what your favorite golf course is in Hawaii, and we'll try to make it out there.
We'll try to make it out there because, man, I'm telling you, just driving by, I was like, man, it was nice. It was nice. It was, if I can actually play a course that's out and you can have a beautiful view of the ocean.
Sure. Hawaii is it.
Hawaii is it. It was it.
All right. So we just recently had the Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Houston Open. That's another mouthful. All these dang golf tournaments.
They're so long.
I mean, I get that the sponsors and everything are all part of this, but man, these names on these tournaments are getting super long.
You gotta rep all the sponsors.
I know.
We'd be doing it too if we had sponsors. If we had sponsors, we'd be doing the same thing.
Agreed.
Right. But yes, it is the Memorial Park Golf Course in Houston, Texas.
Okay, so they're bringing it back here.
It's back stateside. It is a par 70, 74-31 is a yardage.
A little bit longer than what we've seen in the last couple of tournaments of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty long for the average golfer.
Really long. That's really long for
really
me.
Long,
I'm gonna get to some course notes, and it's a big course.
Right.
So again, get the course notes. It was designed by Tom Doak. Doak. Sorry. No, Tom Doak.
Very famous golf course designer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the course is public use, which is great. So they keep it top tier shape all year long because they can play open there. It has a 2-tiered 84 bay driving range.
Golly, we gotta go here, bro.
Right.
84
bays. 84.
I mean, what are they? A Top Golf?
More than Top Golf, apparently. Right. Another good thing is, or another note here, Brooks Koepka actually was assisted in the design. He was the tour player consultant.
Wow.
For the whole course.
Right.
So, yeah, the players are getting involved in making the course.
Right.
I want to say, I don't even remember the year early 2010s when they redesigned it, I believe. I may be totally wrong.
Right.
But so Brooks Koepka, he was the tour player consultant for the course.
Right.
So getting the tour players to help out in designing courses.
Yeah,
that's a plus. I mean,
what's your thoughts on that, E? Like in terms of players coming in, and making these courses, obviously for them, like the big tour players that can hit it long, 7,400 yards.
That's long.
Yeah, super long. I think most average golfers wouldn't enjoy that round.
I would struggle.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I would struggle on this course, especially with the par fours that they have.
Sure,
I'm gonna talk about a little later. They're long. I mean, golfer. It's. I know you're trying to get the lowest score. Right. But I mean, at the same time, we're not getting paid to play. Sure. As an average golfer, we're not getting paid to play. We're still paying.
Right.
So I mean, I don't want to go out there and hit the ball only 61 times.
Right.
I mean, granted, that's a great round. You should have 61, but I mean, I only hit it 61 times, and I paid X amount of dollars to play this course. So it's a dual-sided blade. Where
sure. And maybe obviously 7,400 yards is what the tour is playing, but that public yardage may be greatly shorter than that.
Oh, I'm sure. It's probably playing roughly 69, 7,000.
Right.
For the regular, for the public. Obviously with the tour tees, they're way back.
Sure. Right.
But I mean, still.
Right.
It's still going to be long.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a fairly long course.
Yeah. And that's a big debate. I mean, if you guys remember, Gary Player spoke on when they had the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay out of Seattle, and they had an 8,000 yard course. And he was like, this is pointless. Like, waste of water, making the golf game harder for everybody. And I'm not saying that this course specifically is, by any means harder for anybody. But I think that like you said, like it's a dual-edged sword. It's a fine line to making a beautiful golf course, but then is it playable for 7,400 yards for most people? Probably not.
Probably not. Right. I mean, it's more likely not going to be playable for a lot of people. But unless you're really in it to win some money, or to actually just win some money, be a tour player, then you'd have to play that. But as an average golfer like you and I think I would still have a decent time because I'm out there with my boys.
Sure,
I'm playing golf.
Right.
It's just at the end of the round, I'm gonna be like, fuck, dude, I shot a 110, because that's what I'm gonna shoot at 74. But it's personal preference for a lot of people.
Sure.
You're gonna either enjoy it because you're out playing golf, or you're not gonna enjoy it because it's a long course.
Right.
I mean, you put me on a cart, I'm gonna enjoy it. Give me a few drinks, I'm gonna really enjoy it.
Right.
It's everybody's preference.
Right.
But, hole one is a par 4, 522 yards. Par 4.
So we're saying driver.
Driver off the tee, driver off the deck.
Yeah.
And then hopefully a wedge in.
Right.
But that's a long hole.
Yeah.
That's a long hole.
For sure.
Then they have hole 8, which is a par 5, 495. So that's a gettable par 5, But and then now you have hole 14, par 4, 529.
Yeah, these numbers are
they don't make sense. They don't make sense. But again, it's tour players.
Right.
They're the best of the best, So they're expected to play these. But as an average golfer, par 4, 522, par 4, 529. That's long. That's
completely.
And my 3-wood's terrible.
and that's something else to talk about. In the equipment game.
If
you don't have the right equipment for long yardages in your gaps, it's going to be a hard day. It's going
to be a very, very, very hard day.
Right.
Good thing is here, the winner of this event will also get 500 FedEx Cup points.
Nice.
Winner will get 50 official world golf ranking points.
Nice.
With the points available based on the field strength. And then winning with other big benefits, including a 2+ season exemption on the PGA Tour, as well as berths to the 2022 Masters and the 2022 PGA Championships, as well as next year's Century Tournament of Champions.
Right.
So there's a lot of benefits to winning this event.
Right.
So
which is great to see, because usually a lot of guys are, taking a break during this time of the year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you usually at this time of the year only hear golfers that aren't so big but are trying to make their name big.
So,
right. Really excited to hear about who our kind of top golfers were for the event here this week.
Right. So getting into the tournament, day one, we had a couple leaders, Mark Leishman, Russell Henley, Taylor Gooch, and Luke List, all at -5.
Right.
So they were at the top of the leaderboard, and Jason Duffner is in second at -4.
Right.
A name you haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Mr. Duffner has been kind of low key.
Yeah.
Been playing.
He's been playing, but just hasn't been placing or
hasn't been placing top 10 or anything.
Right.
But he's been playing. He's just been very quiet.
Hey, great to see these names. I mean, some of these names are they've either won before or have been top 5, top 10 guys. So great to see these guys making a run day one.
Day one, right? Mark Leishman started the day with a 41-footer for a birdie.
Yeah, nice.
That was a long birdie.
Right.
It kept going. I was like, ooh, it just kept rolling and rolling.
Right.
Unfortunately, he made a bogey on the 18th to drop a shot, and now he shared the lead with Henley, Gooch, and List.
Right.
Gooch made a putt from off the green for a birdie on 17th for a share of the lead. So that put him at -5, and he parred 18th. So yeah, we have that was that 1, 2, 3, 4-way lead for a first at -5 after day one.
So pretty hard course. I mean, if they're shooting only 5 under,
right?
That's got to be a pretty difficult course. I mean, that means that the remaining part of the field were definitely over.
Definitely over par.
Right.
There were some people who withdrew.
Right.
There were some people who were playing like myself, and me thinking, I was like, put me on the field so I can be on the leaderboard.
Right.
At the bottom, of course.
Right.
But
Exactly.
7,400 yards. That's
not an easy course.
It's not an easy course for anybody.
Right.
Not for anybody at all.
Right. Unless you're driving the ball 350, 330, 20 yards.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. Definitely not me.
Yeah.
Definitely not me. John Martinez.
Right.
Not Eloy Paulin.
All right, guys, just a quick announcements from our friends over at Chippo Golf. Don't forget, you can get 15% off Chippo Golf set by using my code TinkerGolfMan in the purchase. The link will also be provided on the bottom of this YouTube video. But also, if you're listening on our audio version, take a stop by Chippo Golf's website. You can play a unique chipping game at home, at a barbecue, or a beach outing with your family and friends. And again, 15% off Chippo Golf set. Use the code TinkerGolfMan.
Use it.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Fun.
Day two.
So our new leader, Martin Trainer.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of his name. Never heard of him. At -10.
So 5 shots better.
So 5 shots better. Kevin Tway is in second at -9, and Adam Long is in third at -7.
Okay, so people making a run here.
Yeah, few people making a run.
Yeah.
Day 2 was actually suspended due to darkness, and so most golfers had to finish the back end of the rounds Saturday morning. And thing is, some of them almost didn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
Right. So some of them
That's
were playing.
Gotta be hard.
Some of them were playing to make the cut.
Right. Sure.
So the cut was set at the top 65 players at +1.
Wow.
Notable name to miss the cut.
Ooh.
Brooks Koepka.
Wow. Course consultant
missed the cut. He played at +3.
Right.
He finished his second round at +3, so he missed the cut by 2. What tripped me out was his younger brother Chase was actually on the field.
Wow. I thought he was, if I'm not mistaken, playing out in, maybe he did already, but I thought he was starting his career out in the European tour. But I could be wrong. I don't keep up too much with Chase, but missed the cut.
Missed the cut at +17.
Hey, you could have had us on the course.
Right, we could have been on the course.
Yeah, we could have had us on the course.
Right. It was typing on my notes.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the leaderboard, and I saw what tripped me out at the very bottom, +17.
Right.
Koepka.
Yeah.
And I was like, no,
that's
not Brooks. I was like, no, that couldn't be Brooks. I was like, he's a consultant for the course.
Right.
He's has a match coming up.
Right.
He's not plus 17. Right. Then I looked. I'm like, oh,
major champion winner.
I was like, it was his younger brother at plus 17. But yet, unfortunately, both Koepka brothers didn't make the cut.
Right.
And I found it funny. For a split second, I was like, no way he shot plus 17. Right. There's no way he's shooting what I shoot.
Right.
There's no way.
Right.
But unfortunately, like I said, it was his younger brother Chase.
Right. Hey.
Kevin Tway had an eagle on the 13th from 107 yards away to become co-leader, and Scotty Scheffler shot the round of the day with a 62. So
59 watch there maybe for a little bit.
Yeah, he probably did. Day 3, our leader is Scotty Scheffler at -7.
I feel like we've been hearing his name a lot.
He's kind of been in and out of a lot of these smaller tour tournaments.
Right.
Where he's trying to, I guess, get his world ranking up.
Yeah, as he should.
As he should, and get his FedEx points up so he can play the FedEx Cup and everything. But he's doing some stuff at -7 as a day 3 leader.
So shots came down.
Shots came down again. Then again, because a lot of people were playing basically 18 and another 9 because they had to finish their round. They had to finish round 2.
Day,
right. So a lot of people were playing tired.
Long days.
It was a long day on Saturday for a lot of people.
Right.
Day 4, we have our winner of the Hewlett Packard Enterprise Houston Open, mouthful. Jason Kokrak at -10.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler and Kevin Tway finished tied for second at -8, and Kramer Hickok finished third at -7.
Right. I feel like I heard Kramer's name before, but I don't know.
Kramer, I've heard. Jason Kokrak. Yeah. I'm not too familiar.
He's been on tour for a while, and I would say a prominent name in the field. If he's playing well.
Okay.
I want to say he's won a couple PGA. I mean, nothing big to my knowledge, but I want to say he's won a couple tournaments. But yeah, congratulations to Jason.
Congratulations on winning. If I'm not 100%, but I want to say he's back-to-back winner
from last week,
from last year.
Oh,
from this tournament last year. I want to say I think he won last year this same tournament. I'm not 100%, but I want to say I did read that he was the winner last season.
We'll look that up.
We'll look it up.
But if it is the defending champion and he's won back to back, hey, congratulations!
Congratulations,
that's even a bigger accomplishment to hold down your championship. So congratulations to Jason for winning this year's
congratulations
PGA Tour stop at the Hewlett Packard Enterprise Houston Open. Jesus Christ!
Right, that long old name.
Long name. Quick announcements from our friends over at TaylorMade Golf. We trust buying from TaylorMadeGolf.com. If you're listening to this podcast, head over to the video description of my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/TinkerGolfMan, where you can shop TaylorMade's latest golf product offerings and build loyalty points to get discounted or free TaylorMade products on your future purchases.
Become part of Team TaylorMade.
Yes, become part of Team TaylorMade. Obviously, if you guys watched the last segment or last episode of the podcast, the hottest driver I think this year, bar none, has been the TaylorMade Sim 2.
Sim 2.
So we're all excited to hear what comes out for 22.
22. Right.
So if I'm not mistaken, we should be hearing from manufacturers unless there's supply issues,
which they possibly can.
They possibly can
with all those container ships sitting out on the port.
Sitting in the ports. We don't know, but we haven't heard anything yet come through the woodworks of what the latest offerings will be for all the manufacturers. But hopefully we get that information soon so we can provide that to you guys. But today's segment is going to be pretty unique. We're doing a What's in the Bag, my edition.
Brian
Boys
edition.
will be coming in a future episode.
Yes, sir.
But we have a couple things to talk about in terms of equipment.
That Brian plays.
But yeah, and if you guys have followed me and seen some of the older Instagram live, it's the same stuff. I haven't changed too much. Because
what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point?
If it works, it works.
The one thing that I will say is, golf is an expensive sport.
Very expensive sport.
It's not easy. We don't have the tour love that these guys get to be able to change equipment on the weekly.
Weekly.
Right. But yeah, let's go through what I'm going through.
So what's in the bag, Brian, for your woods? Let's start off with your woods.
So woods, I'm Team TaylorMade out.
Team TaylorMade out.
Yeah, and that's all from a couple years back. Not too old, but Sim 1 line across the board. Driver is still a TaylorMade Sim 1, 9 degree. Again, I didn't see too much change necessary from the Sim 2 to the Sim 1. Project X hazardous. Now they don't call them the pro or the tour version of this shaft, but they used to be called handcrafted. Now they're called small batch.
Small batch.
But this was the old baby blue. I don't remember what year this was, but it's a talking piece. Everybody always asks me.
That's what are you swinging with that blue club? Right.
It's a baby blue shaft on this Project X hazardous 6.0 62 gram shaft that I'm playing with Golf Pride MCCs on the +4 wrap with an extra wrap. So it should be playing roughly 5 wraps.
Almost 5 wraps. That's a thick one.
Yeah, so I like the extra weight on my hands. I don't like feeling. I like the balance feel between the head and the grip. So currently playing that on driver.
Sim 1
on the 9 degree.
9 degrees.
3 wood. I'm currently playing TaylorMade Sim 1 same year. The TaylorMade 3 wood Sim Max at 15 degrees. This is a Fujikura Pro 2.0 tour spec. 60 grams stiff. So yeah, I'm kind of in that in between. Don't need the super lightweight, but I don't need the super heavyweight. So
but you got the stiff on there.
Stiff on here
for that fast swing.
Fast swing. I need a little bit more stability, but I mean honestly, I could probably play a regular. Maybe in a regular 60. This one performs a little bit better for me when I got this fit. Shout out to my man Jerry when he was with Club Champion and got me the specs on this one. So we did this Fujikura Pro 2.0 tour spec was the one that played out well for this. Again, still going continuously with the Golf Pride MCC +4 grips. Standard there's no extra wrap, so it's just playing that regular 4 wrap on there.
4 wrap on there. Okay. Yeah. Distance wise, what are you hitting with that?
With anywhere from 220 to 240 if I really catch it.
If you really catch it.
Yeah.
Center of the face.
Center of the face.
Okay.
It's at 220, 240 for me. And I'm not long by any means on my club, so driver, probably carry is around 260 on a good day, and then hoping for some rollout to 280.
To 280, almost 300 maybe.
Right.
On a downhill, catch a downslope.
Exactly. then that's when I'm really feeling a 300.
300.
If you have that hole that's like, super downhill.
Right.
Yes, so moving on to my last kind of wood, but it's a hybrid. Still,
you gotta have a hybrid in the bag.
I mean,
I play a hybrid in my bag.
I think it's up for debate.
It saved me a few times.
Right.
I mean, my 3 wood, I can't hit.
Right.
So I like to take my hybrid out a lot.
Right.
Just because, one, if I'm in the rough, or two, like, I'm only 190, 200 yards away.
Right.
I like to take my hybrid out.
Right.
Because my 3 wood would be too much.
Right.
If I can hit it.
Right.
But so I think a hybrid it's safe to have.
Yes,
I think everybody should have
so. And a lot of guys don't like to have the hybrid because they don't like the way it looks, which I understand. It doesn't, to me, is not an appealing shape. I've had trouble using a hybrid for the longest because to me it's not appealing to look at. It looks like half a 3 wood.
True.
Right.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I was really debating when I got this hybrid because I didn't know if I was going to want to put it in play all day. But at the same time, I wasn't getting the performance out of a 3 iron or a 5 wood. Actually, correction. My 5 wood was really money. It was a Nike. I forget it was a Nike Vapor, the black one. I forget what year it is. And John, don't hate me on this. I know he knows every damn fucking Nike club that ever came out. I don't remember the name of it, but the black one was a solid 5 wood. But you can't take out a 5 wood in long rough because it gets caught.
It gets caught, right? Definitely gets caught.
So you don't have as much weight and mass as a hybrid to help you with that. So if I'm taking that 5 wood out on, let's say, a fairway, perfect. Great.
But out of the rough, you're not.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, 9 out of 10 times you're not going to be able to get that ball in the air long enough for what that club serves to do.
Right. As an average golfer, it's going to be really hard to do that.
Right.
Get some distance off of it. Yeah, you're not.
Right. So, sticking with the TaylorMade Sim Max line from the driver and the 3-wood. This is the Sim Max Hybrid. This is a 3-wood variant, 19 degree, which takes over my 3 iron and my 5-wood at this point.
So Team TaylorMade, huh?
Team TaylorMade across the woods, yeah. They're all great products. I can't, give it more credit to just getting me out of the worst situations. The only thing that I don't like with hybrids is they're hard to fade and draw.
Oh, definitely.
They're made to help get the ball up in the air quickly and hold a straight line as much as you want, which is great. I mean, 9 out of 10 times you're going to need that. Mm-hmm. But if you're at a situation where you want to draw the ball or fade the ball, it's really difficult. Very difficult.
It'd be very difficult.
That is the compromise with going with a hybrid. Easier to hit, less forgiveness with draws and fades. So if you're a player that likes to play a shot shape, hybrid might not be the club for you. But, it really depends. Fujikura Ventus, the hottest shaft, I would say, maybe the last 2 years now. I wish I did have it previously on my driver, but Fujikura Ventus, this is the non-velo core, so it's not the super pro tour edition that everybody talks about. And shout out to the homies and friends at Fujikura. I know that you guys have had Ventus back ordered forever, so I don't know if you guys have fixed the supply issues for Ventus, but anybody that has a Ventus, I think you can sell them for a pretty penny. So, and that's across the line. Hybrids, woods, so those are going for a pretty penny. But yes, this is the hybrid Ventus 7S shaft for the hybrid. Again, continuing with the Golf Pride MCC plus 4 regular amount of wraps there. So just playing that plus 4 wraps on the driver. The hybrid.
On the hybrid.
Yeah.
So Team TaylorMade with all the woods.
Yeah, all the woods. And
TaylorMadeGolf.com.
TaylorMadeGolf.com. Again, use our link if you're watching this on the YouTube video. It supports us by going to TaylorMadeGolf.com and building those loyalty points through our link. Please.
Right, please. So let's get into the your irons.
Yes.
So what irons are you currently playing?
Irons, I haven't changed. This is from 2 years ago. I am currently playing a combo set of Mizuno JPX 919. I think they're on 921 this now on the latest one.
Okay.
So I think they kind of continuously go with the year, so this would have been 2019. So I think they're currently on 2021, so 921.
21.
So I play a combo. My 456 iron is the JPX 919. What are these called? The Forged. So there's a little bit more meat. It's has a kind of a hollower body, more meat on the actual body of the club, gets the club up a little bit easier. And then on the 789 pitching wedge, I went with the JPX 919 Tour, which, if I'm not mistaken, Brooks had won a couple tournaments with this.
With that set.
With this set. The Tour all the way, I think, is what he used. But I like the forgiveness, but the playability of the Forged Tour. And if, like anybody says, you haven't hit a Mizuno until you've hit a Mizuno. These things feel solid when you hit these things. Going with the heavy shafts, I play heavy shafts, and this is the part that I hate. I'm playing some KBS C-Taper 120s, some of the heaviest shafts in the game.
That's heavy.
Yeah,
that's 120.
120, yeah. And the reason for that is I cut my shafts a quarter inch short.
Oh, okay.
So to regain a little bit more of that weight back,
you had the
heavier shaft.
Heavier shaft.
Yeah. But the performance on C-Taper for me has been bar none the best feeling. I think, if I'm not mistaken, swing weights around D3.5, D4-ish. So they still give me the same weight that I need. I used to play a D4 set, again, with some True Temper dynamic goals that were right around the same weight. So I've been playing heavy shafts. The only downside with playing heavy shafts, if you got a carrier bag.
I was about to say, I'm like, you got How many clubs with the 120 grams? That's heavy.
Yeah, that's 4 through pitch.
In high school, I played with graphite shafts, and my bag was stupid light.
Right. And then going to 120s. It's a long day of walking and a lot of hurt if you gotta carry around some 120s.
Right. That's some extra weight you're getting there.
Yeah. Man. But performance-wise, those are what worked for me.
So Mizunos, huh?
Yeah, Mizunos, and with combo with the KBS AC taper. Again, shout out to my friend Jerry for getting me these.
Shout out Jerry from one of our interviews in the past. Great guy.
Yeah, no longer with the Club fitting Champion industry, but not with Club Champion anymore. But if you want to ever get club fitted, check out Club Champion. And I have some previous videos on how the fitting experience works. So if you want to check those out, and Jerry was in those videos too.
There it is. Jerry just everywhere, huh?
Yep.
At all the Sandy Parr events, interviewee,
right?
In the old vlogs,
right?
Hey Jerry, you all about Sandy Parr, man.
Right.
So let's get into your wedges.
Right.
What wedges are you running right now?
Wedges are a real special story. Shout out to Mike Taylor. If you guys don't know who Mike Taylor is Tiger's club maker. And if you guys aren't familiar, I do have a video of this previously a couple years back where I got the opportunity to visit Mike Taylor, who makes pretty much all of Tiger's clubs and specs them out for him. TaylorMade even had him come in when Tiger switched from Nike to TaylorMade to make sure that Mike Taylor was involved in creating Tiger's new spec clubs.
Wow.
Yeah, so shout out to Mike Taylor. If you guys don't know the story, Nike, when they used to make clubs, they have a small, tight-knit group of people out in Texas that created, they used to call them the Oven, and I got the opportunity to go there, and Mike and his team pretty much took over the Oven and created his own company called Artisan Golf.
Artisan Golf.
And they make wedges and putters. So the same guys that used to make Nike's clubs, wedges, irons, putters are now with a group of people called Artisan Golf, and that's pretty much Mike Taylor's team out there in Texas.
Okay.
So same set that I've had for a couple years when I went out there, and he spec'd me out. I just recently got these kind of re-grooved to sharpen them up, and not the best wedge player by any means out there, but these have a special place in my heart just because they came from Mike Taylor, and just to have that kind of story of getting some wedges done from Tiger's club maker is an interesting one to talk about.
So what lofts are you playing on all your wedges?
So I'm currently playing a 50, 54, and 58, and Mike's going to kill you for this because I don't remember, but then they are bent, if I'm not mistaken. Some of these are bent strong a degree or two, or a degree and a half or two.
Okay.
So they're not playing the exact number.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, my 58 has the most relief, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to them. They even got my old TinkerGolfMan's logo and scripted in the engraving in there.
Right.
But yes, Artisan Golf. These are playing in the Modus 115 shaft, so not super heavy, but 5
still
grams.
heavy.
Still heavy. Still over 100 grams.
Still over 100 grams.
Yeah. But in my opinion, when it comes to wedges, Modus on Nippon's product line is definitely one of the best. They feel really great, really soft. They're not super boardy compared to a lot of manufacturers, which you want some of that give on your wedges.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Artisan Golf, Mike Taylor's team out there in Texas. These have the new College Series Golf Pride MCC golf grips.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got the blue and yellow, represent the LA Rams.
LA Rams, baby.
I think it's the closest thing that they got, blue, yellow, and white.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, standard on these. I don't think I got extra wraps on these by any means, but standard on this.
So you're all about the Golf Pride MCCs.
Yeah, I mean, they've been the most, in terms of feel.
Mm-hmm.
Some can argue, John can argue this, that they feel squishy.
I mean, yours probably feels squishy because of the extra wraps.
The wraps,
right. I mean, to me, they just feel really tacky.
Yeah, they're tacky.
I like it because it stays.
It stays.
Right. It stays. I've had clubs in the past where the grips are totally worn. Right. I've actually had old MCCs that were totally worn.
Right.
And the difference between an old one, let's say 5-year-old MCC to a brand new one.
Right.
Big
Bar
difference.
none.
Bar
Yeah,
none.
yeah.
It's so tacky that the feel is just it's great in the hands.
Right.
Like I said, I wouldn't say it's squishy, but it's very tacky.
Tacky, right.
With the different with the different feels in there.
Right. And again, I use the MCC Plus 4 because I like my hands to help with the rotation, but not so much. Extra wraps, lighter grip, pressure, so it's forcing you not to do too much with your hands.
Oh, okay.
And that's the reason why I go with the MCC line.
With the MCC line, and then you get the added grips.
And we get the added grips.
Okay.
And it's they call it a hybrid grip. It's not necessarily for your hybrids, but there's two materials.
Two materials.
You have a rubber grip at the lower, and then you have a corded rubber at the top. Mm-hmm. So you get two different types of materials, one for your right or left hand, depending on which way you hold the club. But yeah, I love these things. I wouldn't, obviously, I think we see them on tour all the time. Obviously, not just the only ones, but I think predominantly
Golf Pride is the
go-to.
Go-to, and then with all the different colorways.
Correct.
I can see you're rocking two different colorways there.
Right.
You got the blue and yellow there, and you got the blues on that one. So so wide variety. If you want different colors,
college team, you have a sports team,
pro team, favorite color, whatever.
Right.
They have it.
I was gonna say I'm pretty much sure they have the colorway that you want. So check out Golf Pride on some of this latest offerings that they have. And
all right, so let's get into your putter.
Putter, yeah.
Or let's say putters, because you're not one for just having one putter. I mean, when we play, you only have one putter.
Yeah, I play one putter,
but you have two different style of putters that you like to play.
Right.
Which one do you like to use the most? And we'll get into the other one afterwards.
Right. I think the one that I like to use the most is the blades.
The blades.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm using a Scotty Cameron blade, Circle T.
Circle T.
T. So tour issue. This is a what is it called? The Tour Rat 1. All blacked out. So completely blacked out. Yeah, murdered out black. Head, shaft, grip. Don't even have color on the Scotty Cameron logo. So completely blacked out. I prefer the blade. I've been using a blade since junior golf. It's one that I love seeing. Obviously Tiger. Not because of Tiger, but maybe a little bit because of Tiger.
Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know.
But Circle T. People obviously this is a talking piece because it's a blacked out Scotty Cameron.
Right.
Most people have a that's just
the milled phase, silver,
right,
and then whatever grip they have.
I'm not discounting that at all. Those Scotty Cameron putters are great. Obviously, you see them on tour all day. To me, the tee don't mean shit.
Are you rocking any different weights on the bottom? Because with those ones, they are adjustable.
Yes. So, yes, these do have adjustable weights. I am rocking a 30 gram on the toe and a 20 gram on the heel. Now, the reason for that is I want the toe to close a little bit more than I do the heel. So I could put 220s. I could change them out for 210s if I wanted to go lighter. But I've been experimenting for quite some time now. But I played recently last week, and it was lights out with this combination.
There it is. Gotta find what works.
Yeah. Pretty much two putting.
Hey, two putts a game.
Yeah, two putts a game. Two putting is where I live. But blacked out Scotty Cameron Circle T Tour Rat 1 from a couple years back. I know it's a pretty penny to get one, but
any Scotty.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what year it came out.
Especially if you guys have been keeping up with Scotties for a while now, they were retailing back then for $200, and that was expensive. Now these things are going $500. That's as much as a driver.
As a driver for a putter. I mean, but granted, putting is a very important part of the game.
Correct.
It's a very big aspect of the game.
Correct.
If you can't putt, not necessarily you need a Scotty.
Right.
It's a talking point on the course.
Sure.
When you're playing with somebody and you're like, oh, what kind of putter are you using? I got a Scotty Cameron. You're like, damn, you got it like that.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people are just fans.
Right, exactly.
They're just fans.
There are people that just collect Scotties all day.
Shout out to you guys who collect different Scotties, man, because I got one, and I think that's going to be the only one I have. I don't even plan on getting another putter. Then again, I did send my Scotty into Scotty to get
and we can have a whole segment on this.
Just Scotty,
on just getting accessories and getting your your putter head redone.
Right.
It's a bar none unlimited story. So we'll have a segment on just Scotty Cameron stuff.
Definitely.
But it is. I just want to notate that Scotty primarily, they have 3 or 4 different options, but they primarily stick with 2 that you primarily see on the grips. They have what they call a Pistolini and then a Pistolero.
Mm-hmm. That is the...
I haven't kept up on this, but this has the wider top portion, butt portion of the grip. And I just can't remember. I think this is the Pistolero.
This is a Pistolero.
Pistolini would be
the thinner one.
The thinner one, which is consistent shape throughout the whole, almost the entire length of the grip.
Right.
But this is more of a preference and a feel. You might have seen some people with the Pistolero, some people with the Pistolini. I like the Pistolini because I like it sitting in my hand a little bit more. Again, personal preference, no change in terms of performance in my opinion, but that's up for debate.
Right. And then the other putter that you have.
And this is kind of like a 180 from playing the blades when they introduced this a couple years ago, which is the TaylorMade Spider.
Team TaylorMade, baby.
Team TaylorMade.
Here we go.
I still want the new version of this. It's the one that Rory has and a couple of the other TaylorMade guys, but it's the updated version of this. This is the... I forget what year this was, but this is the year that Jason Day was winning all of those... all of his majors.
All of his majors and everything.
But yes, this is the TaylorMade Spider. When Jason Day asked TaylorMade, can he make a red, I don't know what the color, he asked for a red putter to represent Australia for like the colors of the spiders that they have in Australia. And TaylorMade said, sure, we'll make them. They put them into production. So this is the TaylorMade Spider Tour from whatever year Jason Day was winning all those majors and tournaments. Standard shaft that it comes with. It's playing at a 33-inch. I did change the grip. This is Golf Pride's Tour Sensor. This is a 104cc. If you want to think about it, it's a kind of like a Pistolero. Pistolero grip from the Scotty.
From the Scotty, because it's a lot thicker.
Yeah, it's a little bit thicker on the top part of the hand. But I wanted the same feeling from the Scotty over to this, the mallet style putter. I wanted the same feeling, and the one that it came with, which was what is the one that Jordan Spieth is Super Stroke.
Super Strokes.
I didn't like the Super Stroke feel on the putter and opted to go to the
Golf Pride.
The Golf Pride, and this was a new grip that they offered a couple years back, which I know they still sell, but I switched over to it, and depending on how I decide on what putter is, just roll a couple at the house, see what feels good before a round, and put it in the bag.
Put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
then I noticed you got some shaft bands.
Yes. Don't forget, guys, we do have, and I mentioned at the beginning of the video and the podcast, Sandy Park Club does have shaft bands available. We have 2 offerings. Again, we have the holographic black one. We'll have a picture up on the screen. And we have what we call the national version, which is on my driver right now. So you can put this on pretty much any club, but you get a set of them. You get the small circle one and the
2-inch
rectangular one. Yeah. So it's literally a sticker you put on your actual shaft of any of your clubs. If you want to be a person and ball out and buy them for every club, by all means, you can do that.
A lot of club manufacturers have them on their clubs already on the shafts. Scotty Cameron being a big one that they sell their shaft bands as well.
Correct.
But you could only get Scotty Cameron shaft bands from Scotty Cameron, right? When you do get it refurbished or restored from them. You can't just be like, oh, I want to purchase one.
Right.
You have to send your club in to get restored.
Right. And you can get them if you buy their yearly membership.
Oh, okay. So they have a yearly membership.
They have a yearly membership, and they have a kit that usually, sometimes they may not include it, but again, this can be a segment on itself, but it usually comes with a New Year shaft band.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I think there have been years where they have not included it, so I don't know if it's every year that they do it. But regardless.
Get your Sandy Park Club one.
Yes, get your Sandy Park Club one. And you can get them on all your clubs available now.
Available now.
SandyParkClub.com.
Yes, sir. Glove. What type of glove do you like to wear? Do you wear gloves?
Yes.
Do you wrap? Because I remember in the past, you used to wrap your fingers.
Yeah.
You used to put tape, the athletic tape on there.
That's a la Tiger. A la Tiger. That was like literally. But I just feel like and that was just probably me cutting off circulation, but those things hurt. And because if you don't put them tight enough, they come off after a couple swings.
Right.
So, and then if you put them too tight,
your finger's purple.
You're like, you can't even feel your finger. So that was a la Tiger moment for me. It wasn't by any means a performance enhancing.
Were you wearing a red shirt on Sunday when you play golf?
I tried to. I mean, who wasn't trying to wear a red?
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Who wasn't trying to wear
Who's trying to wear their Sunday best,
and who doesn't get shitted on for wearing a red shirt when it's not Sunday? So
right. So do you have a glove preference?
Yeah, I mean, if I had unlimited money, it would be any golf glove that has high premium Carabata leather.
Okay.
Yeah. I think bar none, those feel the best. They last longer.
Mm-hmm.
They feel great on the club. Traction is great. But any of the lower end stuff that's like synthetic leather or anything like that, which I know is more affordable, and that's sometimes I gotta get a synthetic glove.
Right.
I can't. Some of these Carabata leather gloves, man, they're going for $30-$40 a pop. Hence, I do understand that they're fighting that those gloves are gonna last longer.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you have to keep in mind, the average golfer, if you're going to go to a practice session at the range for a couple hours,
play a couple rounds,
it's hard to not wear down synthetic gloves.
Oh, right. Definitely. So, I want to say I change gloves probably maybe twice a year, if that. Right. I mean, now that I'm playing a lot more golf, I've had to change my glove already,
right?
Because I did get the cheaper version, obviously.
Sure, right.
And I was starting to get holes in the palm and the fingers,
and
so I don't know. Maybe I might try to invest in a good glove and see how much longer it lasts.
Yeah, I will say it'll last dramatically longer.
Yeah. Okay.
So you'll get a longer amount of lifespan off a higher amount. I mean, you pay for what you get for it.
Right.
That's the reality. And we can argue this all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's going to buy a $30-$40 glove? I mean, I don't do it all the time myself, but at the same time, I know that a $30 $40 glove will last dramatically longer than a
$10 club or glove.
Yeah.
Looking in your bag, I see you got one more thing sticking out of there.
Yeah.
Those are alignment sticks.
Yeah, alignment sticks are shout out to work. I got these Tiger Woods Invitational alignment sticks. They're pretty much hard to break. I don't know what the material. Hard plastic alignment sticks. If you ever on the range and you want to work on aligning yourself to your target, even putting drills, I use this for putting.
Okay.
I use this pretty much every time I'm practicing.
I think that's why my putting sucks, because I don't have those. I think I need to get myself some alignment sticks.
Yeah, these are fairly unaffordable. I mean, these literally just have the Tiger Woods Invitational sticker on them, but you can. I've seen some as cheap as $10 as well.
Oh, wow. So that's not bad.
Yeah, you just can find these on sale. Shout out to Artisan Golf. It's just a little head cover that they've given me for the alignment sticks.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Artisan Golf, the guys that make wedges and putters, Tiger's club maker, and their group of guys out in Texas. Check them out, Artisan Golf.
Artisan Golf. Again, so two things from Artisan Golf.
Yeah.
One thing I'm learning, Team TaylorMade and Artisan Golf. That is all Brian TinkerGolfMan right there. Ball marker.
Yes. Shout out to our friend Brian. He has a company out there. Birdie Corn.
Shout out to you, Brian.
We played golf at your club a couple months ago. Shout out to Candlewood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they provide it's almost like a 6-in-1 tool, if I'm not mistaken. You get a magnetic ball marker.
Heavy duty though.
Heavy duty
ball marker.
Heavy duty ball marker. A divot tool. A
club holder.
A
ball line
alignment, but then it also has, you could put a permanent mark, so you could put a straight line on your golf ball. Bottle opener.
All in one.
Has all in one.
All in one. That divot tool from Birdie Corn.
Yes.
If you need something,
right.
Birdie Corn has got it for you.
Right.
Shout out to you, Brian, again.
Yeah, shout out Brian Birdiecorn, and we got to go out there and play golf with you.
We got to play some golf. Ball of choice. Actually.
Yes, ball of choice. I'm going kind of through two big balls that I really like right now. I'm currently enjoying the Srixon Z-Star XV, which I've played before in previous years, but I was recently allotted some from Srixon, and those things are amazing. Again, Cameron Champ, one of the few long drive guys that plays it on the tour. I'm in love with it. And the other ball that I'm playing as well, TaylorMade TP5, their latest offering. I think it's this year's ball, 2021.
Okay.
If not, it's a 2020 version, whatever.
Whichever one. Still.
Yeah, it's
TP5.
Minor enhancements on the latest one, whatever. But yeah, both golf balls for me. I'm playing the standard 5. I'm not playing the X. So yeah, both golf balls. Been loving. Great green side spin, long off the tee. The cover lasts for a good amount of holes. They don't get scuffed up as some other golf balls. Yeah. So
okay, getting back into the balls though. So you're talking about, they have the TP5 Ts, right, or S's? You said
TP5X and then standard TP5.
And standard. Can you tell the difference between the two balls?
I would say so.
You can.
Yeah, I think for me, and again, this is relative to the performance of your clubs and how you hit golf balls, but I think I get better greenside spin on standard 5 than I do the X. And the X tends to spin a lot more for me, so it doesn't hold that line as good as I want compared to the standard 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Towels. So I mean, you gotta have a towel.
You gotta have a towel.
You gotta clean your clubs.
Yes.
You gotta clean, your balls. You gotta clean all of that.
Keep your balls clean,
keep
fellas.
your balls clean, man. John Martinez will tell you that all day.
If you guys don't already know, Sandy Park Club
have towels.
Have towels. So yes, if I'm not rocking a Sandy Park Club towel or any kind of just generic towel, I'm using this. I'm using this. It's a Sandy Park Club member towel. You can purchase it on sandyparkclub.com, or you can get it by joining the Sandy Park Club membership platform if you're local to the greater LA, Long Beach, Orange County area, and you get it as part of the membership kit with Sandy Park Club.
Become a member.
Yeah,
Sign up now. We'll take care of your GIN number, everything.
Right.
You'll get a GIN. You can establish one. So join our club.
Yep.
SandyParkClub.com.
SandyParkClub.com. Check us out. We try to do as many events as we can, but yeah, Sandy Park Club. Along with that, you can get a bag tag. This will hang on your golf bag. This is the generic one, but there's a members only one that you only get with the members kit.
Oh, okay.
So, and that one's metal. So this one's just a plastic one, but regardless, you can rock Sandy Park Club by purchasing bag tags.
Speaking of that, I don't think I ever got mine.
Well, that can be fixed easily.
I don't think I got my member one only, my metal tag.
Right.
But regardless, sign up below, get yours before me.
Right, there you go.
Rangefinders. It's a big...
yeah.
I mean, it's used a lot.
It's used
a lot on public courses, not on tour. They're fighting to use it.
Right.
I do recall listening that they're fighting to use it on tour.
And if I'm not mistaken, the caddies are using it during practice rounds.
I believe so.
To get those measurements.
Right. But at actual playing rounds, they're unable to do it. I saw like on Tuesday, Wednesday, if they're playing a practice round, they're using the rangefinders.
Right.
But on public courses, we see it all the time.
Right.
People are always standing there trying to scope it out.
Right.
Do you play a rangefinder?
So I did, but I lost it.
You lost it.
I was currently playing a Bushnell V3 Patriot a couple years ago, but me and our great friend and previous guest on the podcast, Roman Gonzalez, went out to Washington, D.C., went on a work trip, and then we played some golf. And like a dumb butt of mine... at that time, because you could put magnets on rangefinders, so I put a magnetic cover on it, and it would stick onto my clubs.
Okay.
And not thinking that it was gonna fall off, it fell off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
So as a great alternative, I'm currently using the 18 Birdies app.
Nice.
Now up for debate because apps in general are using GPS. But I would say 18 Birdies app is one that stands out that I've used for a great amount of years now. Many great features on the app. They have a free and a paid version, and you can add your friends. You can play skins game. You can play games, keep your score, have a handicap. It has GPS course by course.
So every course is on there.
Every course is on there.
Nice.
You can. It also has a great practice feature, so you can have real-time instructors take a look at your swing. So you record yourself.
Oh, wow.
They give you an analysis of your golf swing. So the golf app, 18 Birdies itself, has been out for quite some time, but in my opinion, it's one of the most that I've seen that has the most features for the bang for the buck. If I'm not mistaken, it's roughly $4 or $5 a month. But we'll have more information on that. But regardless, 18 Birdies app, shout out to you guys.
Shout out to 18 Birdies.
Yes, you guys have been a help for me, and that's what I use. When me and Eloy play, or even when we play with our friends, you can invite your friends onto a public scorecard and just have your friends play with you, and they don't necessarily have to have the app, but you can send them their scorecard after the round.
Via email and everything.
Via email, text message.
It's pretty cool because I've seen a couple other friends using it, and they you're able to not necessarily take a screenshot of your scorecard, but you can save your scorecard.
Correct.
And then you can post that on your social media.
Yes.
So it'll show there the actual scorecard of the course you played.
Right.
And then the scores you got on that course.
Right.
So I'm like that's pretty dope.
Right.
To have GPS, to be able to play multiple little games with your friends, to see what your friends are doing.
Right.
To keep track of a handicap, because they do keep track of handicap on there.
Correct.
What else? They fairly inexpensive.
You could put your distance gauges too. So if you want to put all of your clubs into the app, and when you're at a practice session, kind of gauge what yardage to use. The app can also recommend what club to use. So
basically, it's a caddy.
It's a caddy. Yeah, they call it the caddy feature.
Oh, perfect.
I unfortunately have not had the opportunity to. I haven't plugged in all my clubs yet, but I still want to plug in all my clubs. And there's a caddy feature.
There's a caddy feature
on the app. So again, for the bang for the buck, for all the features you're getting, 18 Birdies app.
Get it.
And get it now.
Available Android and Apple.
Yes.
And it's interchangeable. You talk to people on the other platforms as well.
Right.
So get it. 18 Birdies.
Right.
It's there.
Right. Cool.
Thank you for showing us and letting us know what's in the bag.
What's in the bag? Yeah, definitely. And we'll have more, as we update, coming to the new year. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some new equipment and showcase some more better and newer stuff as well. But
your stuff are definitely more newer than mine.
Right.
But I mean, I'm playing what works for me.
Yeah.
So it's
right.
It's a lot older, but it's.
And it goes to a testament that if the clubs or the equipment works for you, you don't necessarily need to change.
You don't need to at all.
You don't need to.
You don't need to change it. If it's working for you, if your swing works for those clubs,
correct.
Don't even bother changing them. Unless you feel like the clubs are hindering your performance, then go ahead and change them.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend a new golfer to go out there and buy the hottest and greatest, newest stuff out there, because you're going to spend a couple $1,000 for a set of irons, some woods.
And you're going to hate the game.
And you're going to hate it because I'm not going to lie, those new drivers and irons, they're not easy to hit.
They're not easy to hit.
If
let's work on the swing before trying to
get yourself some hand-me-downs, some yard sale, secondhand
stuff,
something to build your game up.
Right.
Once you feel like your game is not necessarily on point, but you can't perform better because of your clubs, then take the next step up on, getting the latest, making an investment, right. And you don't need to do a full jump of the whole set.
No.
Start off with, just a new driver, and then new set of iron, a new putter or whatever. Just
build that bag up.
Build the bag up. It doesn't necessarily. You can play different clubs.
Yeah, you don't have to have.
You don't have to have the same set of the same manufacturers. It's all user preference and how the club works for you.
Right.
You're in charge, not the club. The club's just helping you get the ball to whatever distance you want.
Correct.
So, I mean, you being Team TaylorMade with your woods. Team Mizuno with your irons, Team Artisan Golf with the wedges.
It's all different manufacturers.
It's all different manufacturers. Just so it's just let's get out there and golf, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get out there and golf. I'm just still upset I didn't golf in Hawaii,
right.
you know. So
I hear you.
Man, I want to golf. I want to golf so bad.
Right.
I want to golf.
Quick announcement from our friends at Rapsodo. We still have Rapsodo MLM, which is the mobile launch monitor. $50 off. Great gift that you can have before the holidays. Use my code TGM50. Link will be provided on the video version on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/TinkerGolfMan. It's a pro-level golf launch data monitor in the palm of your hands. Connect your iPhone, iPad, Android phone to get data on your strengths and weaknesses of your golf game. So check that out. TGM50, Tinker Golfman 50, $50 off a Rapsodo MLM. So check them out.
Check them out. So our next tournament is going to be November 18th to 21st. It is the RSM Classic Sea Island Resort, the Seaside course in Sea Island, Georgia. Par 70, 7,005 yards.
Yeah, so a little bit easier. So
easier course.
Expecting some high scores there.
Expecting some high scores.
Or low scores.
Low scores. It is by the ocean. So, you know,
most of the time. This is a current rotation they have. I've seen this course on tour every year.
Yeah, and then, you know, wind may be a factor for this course for a lot of the players.
Right.
It is a stop that they have before they take the Thanksgiving break.
Right.
So this is not a last chance, but you know, a last push a lot of people are getting for their FedEx points.
Sure.
Before the majors start.
Right.
Because the majors are going to start coming around.
Right.
Fairly soon, starting I believe next month. We have a major. Do we have a major next month? I want to say we do either that or early January. We have a major coming up. Regardless, a lot of people are going to try to win this because again, some FedEx points are on the board.
Right.
And a Masters berth again if you do win the tournament.
Right.
Then we have 2 weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I
2
can't believe
more
we're at
weeks.
the end part of the year here.
We're at the end part of the year. We have the match.
Yep.
Brooks Koepka versus Bryson DeChambeau. The 12
Gucci Brooks.
Right. 12-hole match, November 26th at the Wynn Golf Club in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so we're all still waiting for that.
We're still waiting. I mean, we're getting closer. We've been talking about it for like the last, I'm going to say like 3-4 episodes.
Right.
So again, are you Team Koepka or are you Team DeChambeau?
Right, yeah, let us know.
Let us know. It's coming up. It is coming up. The weekend after Thanksgiving is the match.
Right. You have any initial picks coming for the match?
I'm still going with my first pick of DeChambeau.
You got DeChambeau. I got Team Koepka.
You got Koepka. I got DeChambeau. I mean, it's not a big course.
It's not a big course, and that's the thing is I've just seen, and no hate to DeChambeau, but I've seen him drive holes and be in crazy lies. So but Brooks is not short by any means either. But
he's not.
If Brooks can hold down the fairway a little bit more, in my opinion, dial it back instead of using driver, maybe use a freaking 3-iron or a 5-wood or something. And hold the fairway to get into those wedge shots. I think that's the better play for him. You know, Bryson might just be taking driver or 3-wood to carry 400 yards every hole, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, it's only 12 holes.
Right, exactly.
So we'll see what they do, but it's 2 weeks away.
Right.
So looking forward to that. Let us know in the comment section below if you're watching the video version. If you're watching the audio version, go to the video portion section and leave a comment below on what team you're on. Team Koepka or Team DeChambeau.
Right. Cool. Well, that concludes this episode of our podcast. Again, we're available on all major podcast platforms. And like we like to say here at Sandy Park Club, our motto is never golf alone. Check us out, sandyparkclub.com.
Yep.
For the
check
latest
out the merch.
Check out the merch and all of our latest information that we have there. And join us for any upcoming Sandy Park Club events. So we'll see you guys there. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.